Prepare for Rosemarie Gates' head student exit ceremony. All rise. Welcome. We will be doing 3 standing bows together. During the ceremony, questions will be asked first by the head students, then by councils, and then by other participants in the assembly. Great Heart of Perfect Wisdom Sutra.
Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, when deeply practicing Prajnaparamita, clearly saw that all five aggregates are empty, and thus relieved all suffering. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form itself is emptiness. Emptiness itself form. Sensations, perceptions, formations, and consciousness are also like this. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked by emptiness. They neither arise nor cease, are neither defiled nor pure, neither increase nor decrease. Therefore, given emptiness, there is no form, no sensation, no perception, no formation, no consciousness. No eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no sight, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of sight, no realm of mind consciousness. There is neither ignorance nor extinction of ignorance, neither old age and death, nor extinction of old age and death. No suffering, no cause, no cessation, no path, no knowledge, and no attainment. With nothing to attain, a bodhisattva relies on Prajnaparamita, and thus the mind is without hindrance. Without hindrance, there is no fear. Far beyond all inverted views, one realizes nirvana. All Buddhas of past, present, and future rely on Prajnaparamita and thereby attain unsurpassed, complete, perfect enlightenment. Therefore, know the Prajnaparamita as the great miraculous mantra, the great bright mantra, the supreme mantra, the incomparable mantra, which removes all suffering and is true, not false. Therefore, we proclaim the Prajnaparamita mantra, the mantra that says, Gate, Gate, Har Gate, Har Samgate, Bodhisattva.
Fayan's not knowing. Fayan of Qingyang Monastery had a profound experience and gave up worldly affairs. He assembled a group of people and traveled away from the lake region. On their way, they were caught by a rainstorm, and the valley stream swelled up. So they temporarily stayed at Dijiang Monastery. While there, Fayan asked about Dijiang Guichen for instruction. Dijiang said, "Where are you going, Reverend?" Fayan said, "I am wandering on a pilgrimage." Dijiang said, "What is the purpose of your pilgrimage?" Fayan said, "I don't know." Dijiang said, "Ah, not knowing is most intimate." Straight away, Fayan had great realization.
And I am among the trees. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks, and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me, and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself, in which I have goodness and discernment. Never hurry through the world, but walk slowly and bow often. Around me the trees stir in their leaves and call out, "Stay a while." The light flows from their branches. And they call again. "It's simple," they say. "And you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine."
This is the Dharma staff, 5 feet long. Once a black snake on Vulture Peak, it became the Udambara flower. At Shaojin Temple, it burst forth the 5 petals of Zen. Sometimes it is a dragon, swallowing heaven and earth. sometimes a Vajra sword, giving and taking life. This staff is now in my hands. Though just a mosquito biting an iron bull, I cannot give it away. Dragons and elephants, let us call forth the Dharma. Give me your questions.
Now hear the head student.
So any council members or teacher?
Rosemarie, there's one kind of not knowing when someone's completely clueless, and there's another kind of not knowing that maybe is referred to in the koan. What's the difference?
Not knowing in the poem, in the koan, refers to all the things we think we know and our attachment to them that gets in the way of everything that we could learn.
I can't read the names, I'm sorry.
John Eric and Jessica.
Rosemarie. Other traditions speak a lot about forgiveness. And that's not a word that I see encountered in our Zen tradition very often. I wonder if you could speak to what is the concept of forgiveness in our Zen tradition?
Forgiveness is the key to love, and it is our lifelong practice.
Joel.
Rosemarie, I'm so delighted to be with you today. The world is vast, loving, forgiving, merciless, all at once. What difference to take up this staff now?
To see ourselves in all of our nature, our loving nature, our other than loving nature. This is the way to see that we are all of these things and to turn towards whichever part shows up at any time. Staying in the present really helps this, and bringing compassion to whatever of those parts, those many parts. Some we like, some we don't like, whichever of those parts show up, turning towards them, getting to know them.
Head student, we are told that we already have Buddha nature. It's right here before us. So why should we sit?
We sit because, for two reasons at least, our ancestors and all of that we have learned through this practice happened in this way, through sitting. And also because this Buddha nature that we have, and it's in us, part of us, is us, cannot be manifested without our practice.
Rosemarie, looking at Zazen from the outside, it appears to be a solitary practice. At Appamada, we talk about our practice being relational. What role does Zazen play in relational practice?
The delusion of a separate self is always with us. So whether we are sitting alone or with others, it is a practice to face this delusion. When we practice with others, I think it helps to dissolve the boundaries of this delusion.
Head student Rosemarie. The perfection and cultivation of morality is one of the pillars of our practice. But morality is not an isolated thing. It involves working with politics. But many communities have strong urges against talking about politics because talking about politics can be very messy. What does your Zen practice teach us about how to engage with morality and politics?
The primal disease of the mind is this separation between good and evil. And the divisiveness that politics often stirs up, and it is a win-lose game in a way, which again keeps that duality going. So ignorance is the root of the three poisons. So understanding those who differ, to me, would be part of our practice. How do I understand you? I want to understand you. Do I understand you? This would be the beginning of knitting together some of the divisiveness that we see.
pardon me, Jessica?
Rosemarie. There are many challenges to online engagement, as we just saw with my dog screaming in the background. And yet, if this change wouldn't have happened, I never would have gotten to meet you. We know that impermanence is part of our practice. How has this time as head student changed you?
Let me count the ways. How much time? No. I learned that the responsibilities which frightened me with so much support in the Sangha and many visits from Mara, our devil tempter, who says, you know, you can't do this. And allowing myself to see him he exacted time from me, which I gave. But seeing is not accepting. So that was one. I learned how much I love the one-on-one meetings with folks, which was, you know, that many was a new experience, and I would say my favorite part. So that was a learning. And love. I think that I learned that a connection between responsibility and love. I'm just kind of taking that in right now. That we take care of each other in different ways. And I didn't imagine that I would be in that kind of I would say a mutual caretaking role with the Sangha, and how much it nourished me.
Student. There's another koan in our tradition where a teacher meets with a wandering student, and they discuss the nature of practice in various places. And the one talks about a very, very worldly, in the world kind of study. And the teacher says to the wandering student, "What do you call the world?" That is my question to you. What do you call the world?
I call the world the presence and the suffering of everyone and everything in the present moment.
Hi. I saw them. Jeanette.
Rosemarie, what a joy it is to meet you here. Mm. You have embodied love in so many ways for me and others. In the practice, we talk about ending suffering. And I wonder if you could share a little bit about how this practice has affected your suffering and what you might offer, or what you think the practice might offer to someone suffering brokenness of heart or spirit.
The precepts have really been the bedrock for me in looking at myself and the ways that I might be contributing to that suffering. And so taking the backward step, turning the light on oneself to know the self, and continue that study, for me has been the opening to relieving unnecessary suffering.
Anyone else? Okay. So now, head student, if you would like to make some comments on the questions or the case.
Well, what I was thinking about the case is that it is so easy to become enamored of what we think we know and get stuck there. The reminder and the courage to be fully present in each moment for what can come to us without our need to fill up what we think we know fill up our minds with that, is something to be practiced continuously. And why is not knowing most intimate? Well, if we are really filled with what we think we know, where would be the room for being intimate with life, with each other, with ourselves? We'd be too crowded in our minds. So, yes, thinking about releasing our attachment to what we think we know, I think is a good first step. Thank you. Through the support of our teachers and all of you, I have been head student. I'm deeply grateful for all of your help, but I have not been worthy of it. Please forgive my mistakes. They will fill heaven and earth, leaving no place to hide. Friends, if my actions and words have misled you, please wash your ears in the pure sound of the present, and please continue your practice. I'm quite ashamed, but I will keep on trying. I will practice more diligently. Thank you very much.
Oh, I was gonna do that at my seat, but I can bring my cheat sheet over just a second. I want to thank you so much for all you've offered during the time you've been head student. I'm saying this on behalf of the whole Sangha. You came to us as a gift during COVID. And the next thing you know, you were a monitor, baby monitor forever and ever and ever. And now you'll be offering to teach that role. In the last 3 months, you have taught the Introduction to Zen class. This is the 3-part series in which you made it your own. It was by Rosemarie. There was no standard Introduction to Zen class. In this case, it was Rosemary's Introduction to Zen class. So you focused on the history, the traveling of Zen through various cultures, and so on. And so it's lovely to see to hear about this. In addition, you gave several Dharma talks and have met with many Sangha members in tea, one-to-one teas. All of these have been very special in that they are imbued with your particular presence that includes kindness, generosity, ease, and wisdom. We all appreciate what you have offered us during this time. The best part was to get a glimpse of things through Rosemarie eyes. That so we thank you very much. I'd also like to add my congratulations on being head student. Well, now you're a post-head student. It's been wonderful to see you grow as you step forward into this role and began to offer the Dharma. And during your talks and other activities, you've demonstrated a thirst for greater knowledge and understanding of the Dharma. You have showed compassion and care toward other Sangha members as well as toward yourself. You have also shown such willingness to help teach others. But it's been a joy to see you coming forward in such a beautiful and sincere way. You've really demonstrated your commitment to Appamada, especially in terms of improving communication and providing new ideas for Appamada's growth and success as a community. For all these things, I would like to wholeheartedly thank you. Now, if anyone else wants to share their congratulations?
I would like to share my congratulations. Laurie mentioned all the many things you did, and it's such a gift to the Sangha to get to know you better. And the characteristic that I felt you displayed in everything you did was wholeheartedness. And it's just such a wonderful thing, and we got to see that personified with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John.
Rosemarie, sometimes people are defined by the job they do. Other times they define the job. You've done that. Sometimes questioning but never complaining as you embrace the role. Part of the role has been to adapt to things as they are. Part of the role has been to adapt to changes. These are the parts of life that normally cause distress and anguish. Rosemarie, you've modeled appropriate responses over and over again to our changing world. Thank you so much for giving this your all, and then a little more. You've raised the bar.
We have Darcy.
Rosemarie, well, first, let me just say to everyone, the questions were so incredibly profound and I think personalized in a lot of cases. And Rosemarie, your responses were just utterly sublime, both in the way you're able to express yourself. And I want to say this about not only your responses today, but your whole time as head student and before. You take it into yourself and you're willing to show yourself. And that means so much to all of us. So I just wanted to thank you. And it's been just such a gift to be able to get to know you. And it's been an inspiration to watch you as head student in the way that you have offered yourself to our Sangha. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Darcy.
Chip?
I think I'm unmuted. Okay, I'm trying to, I hope someone can hear me. There's something on the screen blocking my view. But Rosemarie, I just want to thank you for your presence in my life and in the life of our Sangha, and your gracious and profound wisdom as we have become Buddha Wonder Buddies together. I'm deeply grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Bridget.
With a warm bow.
Elizabeth?
Congratulations, Rosemarie. Hi. I want to thank you for practicing with me over the last 3 years. It's, I tell you all the time how much it means to me. I love all the joy and the laughter that we have, but I also love the times when I tell you like some dreadful thing I've said, and you're always kind about saying, oh, well, you're human. It's just such a simple response. I'm like, thanks. Yeah, I'm human, and it moves me along in my practice. And I also want to say thanks so much for embodying what Appamada is, which is energetic care of one another. And I just think you just completely embrace it, embody it, and you share it. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Are you calling on me, Lori?
I am.
Oh, good. Okay, I didn't hear it. Hi, Rosemarie.
Hello, Suzanne.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's been a joy to watch you blossom in this role and fill it so to overflowing, is how I would say, with your typical energy and your typical passion that sort of I've come to know in you, but just to watch that and to share in that over the last couple of months has been remarkable. So congratulations. I'm so delighted to be your Dharma sister and look forward to more connection and more growth. So.
Thanks, Susan.
Anyone else?
Let's see.
Yeah,
Share.
Jess.
Okay. Oh. So, yeah, Rosemarie, I was with you with the recent intensive that we had, and I participated on Zoom a lot when we had COVID, and I find there's really, for me, unique challenges of being remote, and for me there's more opportunity for distraction, for my attention to waver, as opposed to being here in the Zendo. And I remember in the intensive and I remarked on it with both Kim and Lori, just your presence and your like every moment you were with us, and fully, and didn't seem to, I mean, it was just the ability to be wholehearted in your presence and participate remotely. I think there's unique challenges with that, and I was very impressed. So congratulations.
Thank you, Jess.
Jeanette.
I want to thank you, Rosemarie, for being unwaveringly kind, loving, wholehearted, vulnerable, and honest. Your heart and your creative nature, your earnest curiosity, your generosity have moved me beyond words and amplified who I can be in the world.
There's someone else that I can't read the name.
Serenity.
Serenity. We see you in live in color. Yay!
Oh, good morning, all. And Rosemarie, who knew that we would be in this place today when we met for coffee at the Hot Chocolate Sparrow in Orleans, on Cape Cod. It has been such a joy, and you've been such a powerful example for me in terms of getting in touch with feelings and exploring those relationships and how our inner parts sometimes get in the way or need care in order to be here now in this moment, not stuck in the past. And it's such a sweet, sweet friendship that I think we formed. And I'm often grateful to you for being a living example. And thank you.
Thank you, Serenity.
We offer the merit of this ceremony for the welfare of all beings everywhere. May all be relieved of suffering, free from fear, longing, aversion, and ignorance. And may we, together with all beings, realize the awakened way.
Beings are numberless, I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible, I vow to end them. Dharma gates are boundless, I vow to enter them. Buddha's way is unsurpassable, I vow to embody it. Beings are numberless, we vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible, we vow to end them. Dharma gates are boundless, we vow to enter them. Buddha's way is unsurpassable, we vow to embody it. Beings are numberless, this vow frees them all. Delusions are inexhaustible, this vow ends them all. Dharma gates are boundless, this vow enters them all. Buddha's way is unsurpassable, this vow embodies it.